Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. Like, sub, and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. It's Friday the 13th. Wait a second. Wait a second. Still the best beard on YouTube. Ah. Today we're going to do a quick video on Kansas City wide receiver Xavier Worthy. From Texas, he played college ball at Texas, 5'11", 170. He broke the speed record at the combine, I believe, by John Ross from Cincinnati. So the kid is a straight blazer. And being a straight blazer, that is, that's not a bad thing. He's a deep threat. Do I see him going over the middle? Absolutely not. But he looks awesome. He looks awesome so far. I had him in my pre-draft rankings at, wait a second, I gotta fix. Okay, good. I don't know what's more important, the beard or the microphone. I had him in my pre-draft rankings at 10, my 10th ranked wide receiver, because I just have a thing. Everyone has it. I just have a thing for Big 12 wide receivers because, and listen, I could go off, CeeDee Lamb, Amon St. Brown, Des Bryant, I could keep going. But for every hit for a Big 12 wide receiver, there's 15 busts just because they don't play defense in that conference. And all they do is pass the ball. And you legit see games. I've seen games. They look like basketball scores. But the moral of this story is how a franchise can develop a player. Because listen, you can call me a lot of things, but one thing you can't call me is a liar. Because I say that because you can't call me that. So let's be honest. If Xavier Worthy would have gotten drafted by, let's say, the Carolina Panthers or the Las Vegas or the Raiders, do you think he would be having? You think he would have had the week he would have had in first week of the season? He looks great. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But this falls into about an organization, number one, developing a player, and also he's blessed to be playing with the best quarterback in the NFL, which is Patrick Mahomes. So if you don't think that factors into the equation a lot, you're wrong. But the kid has crazy talent. He has speed. And, there's an old, can't teach that, and so far the hands are there, but it's only week one. And an old coach once said, who I don't even like, he's like, yo, let's slow down. Let's not put him in Canton yet. But I could definitely see this kid. Let's be honest, he's the Chiefs' number one receiving threat right now. And as long as he stays healthy, and as long as Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, I think it's pretty much a lock that this kid is going to have double digit touchdowns for the year. Granted, it was only week one, but it's like I said, the moral of this video was how an organization develops somebody, but also who you have around them. Because it's possible there could be five other better wide receivers right now, and they're just on teams with horrible quarterbacks, and they're in a horrible, or unfortunately, they got drafted by a horrible organization. Uh, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I mean, I'm a Cowboy fan, but my pick for the Super Bowl, the Chiefs again, especially now with Jordan Love out half the season. Chiefs versus Lions. I've been saying that for 6 months. That's my choice for the Super Bowl this year. So, I mean, I know there's a lot you probably could hate on the organization, but if they see somebody they like, they're not afraid to go up and get them, where a lot of teams will likely just trade back, So if they see somebody they like, they go up and get them. You can't hate an organization for that. I rather, because we know I'm a draft guy. Let's just say hypothetically, my organization has 10 picks. Let's be honest, unless you're like the worst team in the NFL, all 10 picks are not making your team. What I would rather do, this is just my 2 cents, I would rather use those 10 picks to move up and down the board and get my top 6 players that I had ranked. My top 6 players who are going to fill the positions I need versus just sitting there and letting the draft come to me. That's my, that's mine. And I'm not saying that's the best scenario to do. That's my 2 cents. And they went up for Mahomes. They wanted to come up a few years ago for defensive tackle, and it worked out for them that they didn't. But Worthy was my 10th ranked wide receiver who I saw with crazy speed, slender build. So that's one thing. I think the kid has so much speed. He weighed in at the combine at like 165, between 165 and 170. He's on the shorter side, but he can fly, man. And you can't teach speed. And there used to be a saying years ago. I know I look 21, but I'm really, really really old. Speed kills, and it helps him a lot that he's playing with the best quarterback in the NFL. So, listen, it's only week one. Week and Monday morning quarterback is all we want. But if you're looking at rookie of the year now, he's probably he would be a pretty good argument. But it's only been one game. So let's not put him in Canton yet. But he is in the perfect situation. The only thing we got to see if it bothers him is later in the year, that cold weather in Missouri. That's really, and I'm just nitpicking on that one because it's a harder ball. The ball gets a million times harder when it's 30 below zero. What was the one playoff game you guys had where like 20 people went to the hospital for like hypothermia legit? So the ball gets much, much harder, rock harder. And is he going to have to switch gloves? But like I said, that's nitpicking. But he was my 10th wide receiver. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life, over and out, everybody.